guys, and welcome back to my channel and today's video. Today I'm gonna do 3 looks using one palette, and the palette I'm gonna use today is the NYX Ultimate Brights palette. This is obviously a very colorful palette, but I feel comfortable working with a lot of colors, so that is not something that is very tricky for me. If you would like to purchase this, you might want to use it along with another colorful or another palette, like a neutral palette or something, but I feel comfortable working with colors, so this is obviously going to be 3 very colorful looks. I will talk a little bit about the palette, so if you only want to see the tutorials, you can see the timestamps right here, and you can just skip this part if you want to. The reason why I do want to talk a little bit about the palette is because it has some mixed reviews. I know that some people love it and some people don't really enjoy it, so I just really wanted to take my time and talk a little bit about it. I have done these 3 looks, but I have also, sometimes during nighttime, I take my makeup off and I sit down with the palette that I want to use, and then I just create something on this side and something else on this side, just so I can try multiple shades and see what works and what not, which I have done with this palette. And I'm so sorry if you see a large patch here, but I have been trying to fix that for 30 minutes. For some reason, my eye is tearing up and the water or the tears are running up. I don't know why that is. I think I'm going to try a different lash glue in the future, or it's my lash that is like not sitting correctly. I honestly don't know, but it's really irritating. This is what the palette looks like. Once you open it, you can clearly see through the packaging, and it doesn't contain a mirror. It contains 16 shadows, and they are not all matte. When you look at this palette, you might see that they are matte, but I would say some are satins and some are like this strawberry red here. This is a matte with glitters in it, and I don't know why they do that, because a lot of the people don't really like it. I have tried to put this in my crease, and when you do, you can definitely see the golden shimmers or the golden glitters in it, but it's different with, for example, this blue shade, because you can't really see the shimmers if you put this in your crease. You can definitely see that it's a little bit of a sheen to it. It's not as matte, but I would say it's a little bit more of a satin finish. Some of these shades perform very well, while some of them don't perform as well. Overall, I think that this is a nice palette if you can get it on sale. I will, however, talk a little bit about the shades that I did not like, and I don't like this strawberry red. I don't like that it contains gold glitters. This yellow is horrible. This is probably the worst yellow shade I have ever used. It looks so beautiful. I really was drawn to this shade, but it's super duper horrible and I don't like it. It almost looks gritty even though you don't have a white base underneath. It's a super duper weird shade. I don't know how to describe it. Those are the 2 worst shades in this palette in my opinion. Yeah, and this one is also not as good. I don't think that I will ever use this again unless I'm gonna use it as a transition shade. Then it works okay. I also like the placements of this, because I think that this can suit a beginner. If you are a beginner, you can think of using, for instance, these 4 shadows work well together, these 4, these 4, and these 4, or you can also take the small little corners. Like if you take these 4, these 4, these 4, and these 4, I think will be a beautiful match. This is definitely not my favorite colorful palette, but I think it's a okay palette, and some of the shadows definitely performs very well. If you can get past that some of the shade contains a little bit of glitter, you can make this palette work. But now I think I'm done talking, so let's get into the 3 tutorials, or the 3 looks. You guys seem to like this look, and I remember when I recorded this, I hated it. I was like, what the fuck have I done? I cannot publish this. But now that I look at the look, I think it's very beautiful, so I don't know what was going on. But this palette doesn't contain any shade names, so you just have to watch and see which shade I'm using. But I'm using the light purple shade, and then I'm going in with the other shade that's like right next to it, and I'm just working this in my crease. So I'm starting off with a purple because I don't know, you can use purple as transition shades in pink looks, I think. So I'm just working the other pink in my crease as well and just trying to build up the shade. Then I'm gonna take another pink and try to pink it up. Can you see that? I'm just gonna put this in my outer corner. I'm gonna work with my crease and I'm just gonna put this there, and then I'm gonna go in with the shade Strawberry Red just to intensify it a bit and give it a little bit more dimension. This shade actually works all right when you pack the shade on. You will see that I'm mostly packing the shade on and not really blending it in. As you can see, I'm using tapping motions, which I very often do. And I think that this shade looks so well or so good together with this pink. It just gives it a little bit more dimension. After that, I'm gonna cut my crease, and you have seen me done this so many times, or you have seen me do this so many times. So I'm speeding through that process, and then I'm gonna go in with a, I don't know what shade it is. It's like a mint green almost, which is very, very beautiful, but I hated the contrast of the pink and the green, or the bluish, I don't know. It's a bluish green esmeralda shade. Sorry, I have no idea. I'm so bad at explaining shade names, but you can definitely see how it looks. And I hated the contrast of this, so I just tried to blend and blend, and nothing worked. So I actually went in with a purple right next to it, just to see if that could illuminate or eliminate the not so blended line, if you know what I mean, between like the pink and the green or blue. Now I'm just going in with pink, as you could see, but that didn't work. So now I'm going in with the purple, and I still didn't think that this looked good enough. So that is why I went in with glitter, just to pull the attention a bit. But when I look back at it, I actually think it looks fine. So I don't know, maybe it's just me being picky, but I just didn't think it looked blended. Now I do. So yeah, but I'm gonna take a glitterati mascara liner from H&M. I talk about these so much on my channel. I love these glitterati mascara liners, and you will see how opaque it is when I apply it. I do go in with the 2 coats, but it's still so freaking affordable. I think it's like 50 Swedish crowns, which is, I don't know, how much is that? Maybe $6-7 bucks. It's so affordable.
I give you what you want. Here comes the downtimes when you go blind. You say that I'm just wasting my time. You say you're too hard to handle and full of doubts. Say that I should give you up for someone better, but no, she's a roller coaster. Oh, she's a flame. I'm burning up inside, but I can feel no pain. I won't try to stop her.
I did want to have something of a contrast to the blue and the pink, so that is why I went in with a light green under my eyes, but to my like inner corner, and then I'm going in with the other green. I thought that that would be very nice, and then the look is finished. And I actually, now that I think back at it, this is one of my favorite looks. I think it's beautiful.
Love the way we are together. Again, we always stay this way. And how I wanna build my whole world with you and no one else. And how our love will make us so much better. And there will be no lonely nights. Baby, if you let me try, I give you what you want.
I'm feeling a bit ashamed for publishing this look, but I didn't know what to do. I wanted to create a very nice contrast between a bluish green, yellowy type of look. I don't know. I just had this look or this idea in my mind, and it didn't really go as I thought it would. I don't know. It's super duper weird. By the way, the blue that I'm using right now, it doesn't look that intense, but it's actually a much darker blue in reality, so I don't know why the camera isn't picking it up. I noticed that when I recorded my intro as well, and when I edited it, I was like, why isn't that blue popping as it does in real life? So Google some picture and you can definitely see that it's well built up right now. But I didn't really love the way the blue looked, so that is why I went in with some green, and then I'm gonna go in with that yellowy shade that I said I hated. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's very, very patchy. It doesn't really look as I wanted to. Yeah, I'm cutting the crease, as you can see. Not cutting the crease, but I'm just adding some concealer so the yellow will stick a little bit better. But this shade, guys, I don't know. I have tried this with a wet base. I have tried this with a dry base. I have tried this with a white base. It looks gritty. It looks patchy. It's horrible. I fucking hate this color. It's the worst yellow I have ever worked with. I just tried to save this look by going in with more blue, and then I'm going in with more green, and then I'm going in with more yellow. I don't know, I just couldn't save this look.
Love the way you make me feel good. Love the way you sing my name. And how I wanna feel my whole world with you and no one else. And now our love will make us so much better. There will be no more lonely nights. Baby, if you let me try, I'll give you what you want. Here comes the down times when you go blind. You say that I'm just wasting my time. You say you're too hard to handle and full of doubts. Say that I should give you.
Okay, so now we're coming on to the third and final look, and I didn't mean for this look to be the way it turned out. So you guys actually said that it reminded you of Tutti Frutti, and my boyfriend said that it reminded him of a reggae. He was like, oh, you did a reggae look, and I was like, yeah, I don't know, it wasn't really planned that way, but I like the look. I think it's cute. So I'm just going in with the green, and what you gotta think about is that a lot of these shades they aren't that pigmented, so you have to like build them in order for them to be that intense. I would prefer if they were a little bit more pigmented, but some people like to work with less pigmented eyeshadows because then they won't get too much. But then I'm going in with the other yellow shade, which is more of like a mustardy yellow. I don't know, this definitely is more pigmented, and I think it looks all right, but I don't know, it's something about it that doesn't really like. And then I'm gonna take this very beautiful, is it like a coral red or I don't know how to describe it, but I have been loving this look lately, or this shade lately. You saw me do this in a tutorial where I talked about my product pan, and you guys went insane and was like, what do you have on your eyes? So I did a tutorial on that as well, but this shade, I can't use this on its own. As you can see, it's not really popping the way I wanted to, so I had to go in with a wet base, and here is Sigge. I included him in this video so I could get some extra likes, so like this video. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, as you can see right now, this shade is gonna pop a little bit more. You will also see that I'm gonna take the green, or I will do the same thing on my under my eye as I did on my lid, and then you will see that that shade isn't really popping as well as it does on my lid. But I did think that this look needed a wing, so I added a wing, I added some lashes, and I added some lipstick and other face stuff, and then this look is done. So if you want me to do more of these 3 looks using a palette, let me know, and let me know which palette you would like me to use next. That was all from me today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give me a like and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in my next video. Bye!